Right on to the end.
Hello and welcome to BCFC Fanzine TV. My name is Andrew Clark and this is Chris Edge. We are reacting to the team news for the upcoming game against Wrexham. Chris, good morning. It's Sunday.
It's early. I've been away. I've been away for half an hour, and if I'm squinting, that's why. Heavy night last night. But anyway, good morning, everyone, and. So a welcome change in Kai being back. Well, any left back being back, let's face it, would have been a welcome bit of news. And unsurprisingly, Osman comes in after his second half against Ipswich, and obviously we don't really know what the situation is with Peck. But now, according to the manager, we are playing a player out of position here. You know which one it is, don't you?
Yeah, Tomoki.
Tomoki's a right back now, according to the manager.
Yeah.
And now he's playing in midfield. So what we were doing, he's a midfielder, and then we play him at right back. And now he's a right back, and we're playing him in midfield.
It's the art of deception, Chris. It's the art of deception. Like you said, it's early. Just before we came on, Chris will attest to this. I was actually brushing my hair because I literally had people over this morning, so I was like, I need to get ready. I like this, like the fact that we've got a left back actually playing left back. It was a bit of a surprise to most of us. The glaring omission, obviously, is Marvin Dutch. Now, there are obviously some rumours going around. Obviously, I'm not going to comment on rumours, but if the rumours are true, it's really not a good look for him. And the fact that he's been completely dropped from the side leads me to believe that the rumours might be true. Other than either the rumours are true, or he has been he has got the mystery illness that seems to be going around Doyle, Priska,
or maybe he's in special training to be, I don't know, a left winger now. Maybe. I mean, that's probably what it is. I mean, because obviously no one's position is their position anymore. So, I mean, there's a couple of non-changes that I'm pleased about. I mean, Laird is fit. However, I do think Bright needs a run of games. And
he plays like he did last week, mate. I'm just not confident with him. I get that Laird is still coming back from a long-term injury, so I do get why he's not starting.
And the other two are obviously Neumann and Vicente and Priska. So it's not so much about the changes for me. It's because I was sitting there this morning. I was thinking, I just had this feeling he's just going to revert. I just had this feeling he's going to revert back to what he was doing. I was half expecting to see our new right back at right back. I was half expecting to see Peck back in the team. I was half expecting to see Dutch and Stanfield, and it's there's nothing wrong with the team as it is.
I'm not,
but, I'm just wondering what's going to happen today. I don't really know what to expect today, to be honest.
I think the general consensus is that we're probably not going to win the game from sort of conversations I've had earlier this morning. But you got to come in with a sense of optimism, because if you go into every game and you're like, oh, this is dire, this is shit, it starts to grind on you a little bit. I don't know how you feel about that comment, but it starts to grind on you a little bit. I don't think
it's going to be so much this is dire, this is shit. I just, when I think about our style of play, and when I think about previous games, and even in the improved performance at Ipswich. It just still isn't enough. You know, they're not getting crosses into the box, all that sort of thing. I mean, we've got Wagner back in the team now, but you know, there's other things like, you know, we've bought this left back who's come in with a tagline about being a creator and an assist king. But we've barely seen him cross the halfway line since his first game with us. Really, I mean, have we seen?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
He hasn't been an attacking left back, has he? Other than the Coventry.
Oh yeah, he has. He's set up a few goals that I can recall. So with him being out of the team, I mean, literally his first game. His first game is an assist. Second game assist. He scored in his third game.
I just said that. I said the first game, since the first game, and then the second game.
He scored in his. I think he scored in his second, and he assisted in his third
against Cambridge. I think no, he never assisted again. We haven't had an assist off him since his first game.
Right, let's go to the lines. Let's go to the telephone. See, you know, I can see that we've got a couple of comments coming in. Nothing game today, doesn't matter, but I'd like to get one over. Yeah, do you know what? I would like to get one over Wrexham, because I know we kind of have come across as a bit of arrogance, but Wrexham have got this like, back to back or whatever it is, and they've achieved really well, but there is a bit certain arrogance about Wrexham as well as us.
I don't mind them. So they don't bother me. I don't even see them as any kind of.
No, I don't see that. You know, we talked about it the other day. Morning, lads. But if we do lose, no. Do you know what, Mark? I want to say yes. I really do. I really want to say yes, but I just don't.
No.
I don't see them getting rid of him unless we get panned. Like, say, you know, they put a cricket score on us. I think they'll stay with him until the end of the season. I actually fear that they'll start with him at the start of next season. And I never thought I would say those words. I never thought I would be that negative about Chris Davis. I really don't. And, you know, I just think he's taken this team as far as he can. That's my opinion. Obviously, some people have a different opinion to me, you know, but I just think
we've got to see serious. We've got to see massive changes instantly, haven't we? That's the thing. Massive changes. I don't even mean in the results side of things. I just mean with if he's hellbent, if he's adamant that the style of play is the style of play, then it has to produce more than it does, rather than just keeping the ball for 60%. Because if that's the plan, then it's just not going to work. Well, it isn't working. It hasn't worked. So,
do you think we've become far too predictable?
Everything's predictable.
Yeah.
Right? You could record the 7 interviews that he's given.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you took the score at the top right hand corner or bottom left hand corner, what it is, you wouldn't know which game we were talking about, because everything's the same. That's how predictable we are.
Yeah, I get the sideways and backwards thing. I think that's more of a mentality thing. It's this is what we've been coached to do, so this is what we are. We don't have a player that at the minute that is willing to take the game by the scruff of the neck. I know Stano tries. Damari tries. Osman definitely tried against Ipswich, but there's no one that stands out week in, week out that does that. I think Stano is kind of, again, he's been ran into the ground, and the poor lad is just, you know, he's clearly evidently tired. I think a fit Stano would be driving us forward, but at the minute, he's not doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so going on from pretty much what I said there is, you know, if the style of play is the style of play, that's fine, but you just it has to be better. It has to be a better version and a more effective version of what it is. I had a game on in the background last night. I can't even remember which it was, but it was a pretty major league. I just can't remember. And the pace of the game, it was just a joy just to watch things done quickly. You know, it was just like, excuse me, I almost had to check to make sure that I didn't have it on like a 1.5 fast forward or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was just lovely, quick, clean, fast football, and I was just like, oh God, I wish we could just do this. Oh, just a bit
The
quicker.
reality is, though, we are a championship team. We do have championship level players. There are players that you think, yeah, okay, would get into the Premier League and play in the Premier League.
I think we got one.
But reality is, we are a championship side, so we have to counter championship football, and we haven't done that effectively this season. I go back to the Blackburn game last week. Chris Davis said in his notes that he felt like it was a typical championship game, and that we played better than them, which was complete falsity, because Blackburn actually deserved the win and comfortably deserved the win because they came with a game plan. The only thing that worries me about today is that we don't have a game plan for when it's going wrong. This is, we talked about plan A's, plan B's. We do have a plan A. It's the same football we've seen for the last 2 seasons, but there's no real pickup. Yeah. It shouldn't have come to the 4th last game of the season for us to go, Chris, maybe you need a different plan, a different style of play, a different formation. If you slot, we haven't really tested any of the formations this season. Okay, we can kind of look at, there was a point where he tried a 3-5-2 with sort of wing backs at one point, but that didn't work. But there's been no other trial and error. We played 4-3-3 all season, or if you want to go into it, 4-2-3-1 formation.
The plan B has been quite simple, isn't it? So you flog plan A to death until it's not working, which, let's face it, has been more than it has worked this season. And then our plan B is quite simple: panic and put people like Clara up front. That's plan B. Panic and then create a little bit of chaos, but then without even creating any chaos. I mean, that 10 minutes against Blackburn when he was up front, we didn't play a single ball in the box. Not a single one.
No, I think going into this now, I think we need to sort of cut the end of the season. It'll be typical now. We'll go on a little run. We'll probably win the next 4 games and go from there. Give us your predictions down in the comments. Do you know what? I'm actually thinking we're going to win 2-0 today, because it'll be typical of us to come out, put in a performance after the absolute dross that we've watched in the last couple of weeks. Okay, Ipswich was much, much, much more improved. I think we need to be realistic again, but I think 2-0. I think we'll win today. I think Priska will get off the mark. I'm going to keep doing it. Let's try and get as much luck towards that guy as possible, because I think we've all discussed it. Once he gets off the mark, he will become a prolific goal scorer. Do we have any more comments?
No, we shall see. Yeah. So we're 45 minutes from kickoff.
We do.
I'm going to go and.
Oh, so hang on, we do. Davis said we'll be happy with the end of the season, so he's failed. Yeah. Do you know what? I think we've had to reassess our goals for the season. Well, we haven't as fans. We knew what the goal was and what the board wanted. Chris Davis has had to do that very quickly because he's obviously not got it right. Keep on to Josh. Okay, so Marvin and Kyogo, another 2 strikers he has destroyed. It's just a little bit. Kyogo's just missed. Obviously, he's now got injured, but he started to score and then got taken out of the team. Now, stop me if I'm wrong, right? But a striker's main aim is to put the ball in the net. You can have your sexy football and what have you. But we go from there.
Don't worry. Chris Davis will have him back at the start of next season, claiming that he's a centre half that can fill in at the centre forward. That's the way to go.
Hi, Josh. Keep right on. Right, we got another one here. Mark again. Again, 17. Nowhere near good enough. No, it's not good enough. It's really interesting. I think it's if we said at the start of the season we're going to finish 17th, or we would be in 17th with 4 games to go, I think every single one of us would have gone pull the other one, because we went out and we've been quite aggressive in the market, and I don't think we can be that aggressive in the summer or going into next January because of the PSR rules. Obviously, I don't know sort of the finer details of PSR rules because I'm not an accountant, but I don't feel like we're going to be able to spend the money that we've spent in the last couple of windows. And with this team, I don't think the squad itself is good enough. I just don't think the style suits them in any way, shape, or form.
Maybe. I don't think the squad's good enough. I don't think they've. I just don't. And even as you puff out the squad, if you're still sticking with players that aren't performing, then it doesn't matter how good your squad is. If you're sticking with things that just are not working. So I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like this game is going to really, really help your hangover at this point, because I feel the last thing you need at this point is to watch Birmingham City on a Sunday.
I've already got visions of me falling asleep, to be honest. But
I know, mate. You need to, because we've got to be back on at 2:15.
2:15. Yeah, so we are back at 2:15 sharp. So hopefully we have a lot to talk about. Bit of entertainment would be nice.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Do you know what? I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling it. We're going to win 2-0. We're going to shut Ryan Reynolds and McElhenney up. We're going to win. I'm feeling positive. We're going to come back. We're going to end this podcast now. We're going to end this live stream now. And you're going to come back and you're going to be going, how positive are you feeling after we've just lost 3-0? But no, 2-0. Priska scores. Stano scores. The rebuild starts now. Let's go. Keep right on to the end of the road. Let us know how you feel at 2:15.
Ride on to